afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gravity Groove here for Not Safe for Work Magic, and today we're going to keep doing what we've been doing for a long time, which is mostly drawing bad and dying. But today we're going to be doing it with something I've called Middle Sultai. I've tried Aggressive Sultai. I've tried Boring Sultai. We're trying to find the Sultai that's just right. So currently this is what we're trying. We are off the Unmoored Ego plan for now. While it has felt relatively good in some matchups, we're steering away from it, and we're going to see how the Wreck matchup in particular is without Unmoored Ego. Unmoored Ego made the Wreck matchup very winnable, but without Unmoored, I'm not really sure how we beat that matchup. Some decks run Aether Gust as a way they can beat it, by just, buying a couple turns and potentially being able to finish on the turns that they basically time walk the big expansion explosion. All we really can do is wilt and destroy the problem enchantments, casualties, and destroy the problem enchantments and lands, and try to run them down with Shifting Ceratops. So that's our plan. We moved a little bit of our removal around to fit an additional Tamio and one main deck Wilt. I felt like I need this effect more often than not, and every deck that is a major threat in the format, Temur Reclamation, Bant, and Jund Cats all have targets you need to destroy, and Wilt is effective in all of those matchups. So we'll give this a shot. See if we end up missing Unmoored Ego. We might. Let's see what we're facing today. Generally, the most important thing you're thinking about when you have this deck is, do I have a turn 2 play? You're always hoping to have the Thought Erasure or the Growth Spiral on 2. Sometimes you can't, and I don't know if I'm willing to say that you should mulligan until you do, because there's a lot of discard going on right now out there, and starting with 6 cards feels pretty sketchy. Obviously, your 1-landers, your 6-landers, you got a mulligan, but keeping us in suspense is our opponent. Hey, what was I just saying? So, we have Spiral, but we have no assurances we're going to be able to cast it on turn 2. They're showing Yorion, so they're saying we're a Planeswalker deck, and we've got 3 Planeswalker kill spells in hand with double black, and we've got a few draws to find it. I think we keep this. Ideal there. So we're dealing with an Esper deck. Would not surprise me to see Trawler. Probably Agonizing Remorse here. Not a lot they can do with this right here. So our primary concern in this matchup is to keep them from getting ECD twice off of Yorion. That's always the pivot point for these decks. If they cast ECD, get a target, and then cast ECD again off the Yorion Blink, you're usually buried, and it's hard to come back from there. If we can find another blue source, we can cast both of these. That would be sweet. Okay, so this is a Blink deck. So we're going to see Charmed Prince and similar shenanigans. Yeah, we wouldn't have found it anyway. Interesting. As I was saying, there is a lot of discard running around in the format. We probably have to take Doom Foretold because we have no profitable way around it. Kaya, we obviously have plenty of removal spells for Kaya. We can bin this. They just eat it with Kaya. I think we have to draw it. Hope they play Kaya and leave us a window to kill it before it would just eat the Uro. So is there a chance this isn't Esper? I guess we're going to find out. Really? Warsaw Prison. Okay. I have not seen this before. Adding this to my deck tally. Warsaw Prison. So Cry of the Carnarium's probably good here. Oh, wow. How does he know? So right now we're currently pinned by the exact thing we said we'd be pinned by. When they can cast ECD and immediately recur it, it's an extremely bad situation. We probably just kill the burglar rat. No reason not to. Really want them to just cast Kaya.
I'm gonna make you suffer. I heard you said, am I? I won't forget this.
Them casting Yorion just as a threat here would actually be great. Being that we're playing against something that's an untested quantity, they could have Yorions in the main as well. So we could Crisis for a couple cards. They can't ECD that. So I think that's the play. And Heartless is less effective. We still at least get a chump block. Probably save that to cycle, right? Although 7 mana does give us... we'll probably play it for now. I mean, we've got the black land that lets us draw the more we have less cards in our hand, so we probably just want to play all of our cycle lands normally. Interesting. So this is almost certainly a deck that has the Charming Prince Yorion loop. So we are hoping we can find removal in a fairly expeditious manner. Questing Beast is interesting. Not particularly good against removal.deck though. Definitely not the reason we have Questing Beast in the deck. That seems ideal. Now we're hoping we get a Casualties or a Wilt before they have another ECD. Or really any piece of removal before Charming comes down and can infinitely loop discard, which would be quite annoying. We want to just play this into Heartless. Yeah, I mean, we have to fight through it, right? We have 2 Tamiyo on the deck now, so I think we want to leave each to be able to potentially be carried if we draw one. And Kaya takes 2 permanents with her activation anyway, so she'd get both Zeros. It's almost certainly just getting Heartless acted. No reason not to. And there's the Tamiyo. Knocker's Death. If we draw an 8th mana, we can Tamiyo ECD Yorion. We can also just play a 5/5 Graves. I think Tamiyo and cast another spell is the window here because this is going to tax the cost of everything in a moment. And because they only have 1 Burglar Rat as presence, they can't even kill this once we -3 it.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging.
This also eliminates the fear of the Charmed Prince loop.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
We have 8 mana, so we can actually destroy the Conqueror's Death next turn if we so choose, which we probably will because we need to destroy the castle. Hilarious. If we do hit our Singleton Tyrant's Horn, we could replay this if we so choose. Looks like our opponent is largely out of resources.
I question this outcome.
So, all they're getting back is a Burglar Rat. We probably just apply pressure then. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can Crisis for a lot. Let's just Crisis for a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not good drawing. Although it does give us fodder to discard to the incoming burglar rats. If he does bring back a burglar rat and draw a Yorion, we're going to be sad. We have gone through 3 of the ECDs. As I've said in previous streams, it is the most dangerous card in these decks. It's usually not particularly close. Crisis here making a good case for why Tyrant Scorn is better removal currently than Heartless Act. There goes
I faced
Uro.
undead horrors. This
Definitely
is
makes Casualty our play for this turn.
Good for you. Shuffling me off my mortal coil.
Although Questing Beast still gets the job done as well, doesn't it? Yeah, but then it just comes back. It's kind of satisfying to know that this will resolve with 100% certainty. Planeswalker, land, enchantment, creature. This fairly mimics my experience with Orsop Prison style decks. You're just losing ground by not playing cards like the Fairy and Narset and Tamio and Nissa. There's so many other insanely powerful things you could be doing. Now, because this is a Doom Foretold deck, we of course want all of our wilts. They're creature light. We might want Thought Distortions, although I'm uncertain. We don't want the Noxious. This is a weird matchup, huh? I don't have any experience with this particular matchup, so what are we trying to do? What's lower priority? Killing Planeswalkers, still fairly high priority. Do we bring in anything other than the 2 wilts? I feel like that's it. I feel like we're kind of pre-boarded for this matchup. Do we need these extinction events if they can't be a Dream Trawler deck? Probably not. Dodging ECD with Tyrant Scorn could be good. Yeah, we'll just throw in the 1 Thought Distortion. See how that goes, if we see it. We didn't see a lot of ways for them to draw cards, so I feel like Thought Distortion is weaker there. Because they're not going to be refilling their hand with cards like Reclamation does, or like the Bant deck does. With its own spirals and Narsets and whatnot. Gotta watch out for that whatnot. Being what I just said about being against the discard deck, I assume even more discard is going to be put in this game. So I'm going to keep it. again, it is a Doom Foretold deck, so these wilts are particularly good. That's a very hard card for us to get out from underneath. There's the Charming Prince we were sure was in the deck. And there it is. There's a fun of Nissa. That's good against our Uros, I suppose. Like they're missing land. Don't want none. Alright. I'll take it. Definitely not a deck I expected to see in the higher platinum rank, but I'll take it. If I get one more of those buys, please, that would be great. Love to get in diamond and call it a day. Today hasn't been a great day. Today's not been a great day. Hey, it's Yorion again. This is probably the more traditional Yorion deck, which is to say, Bant good stuff. Again, this is definitely not the hand you want. You want something with Growth Spiral or Thought Erasure in it. This is a pair of 2s. Looks like we're against Esper this time, which again is the much more rational choice. So again, the most important cards here: Conquer's Death and drawing nothing but land. So you can assure that you can't win the game by doing nothing for the first 3 turns. Gonna have to really hope we can somehow turn it around with our casualties of war.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okay. What do we want here?
You would make an
Murder
excellent
Strider,
opponent
Thought
for my
Erasure.
seek and find.
I suppose Questerson would be good. Ouch.
My research has been compromised.
Although I'm kind of glad to see someone else playing that, huh? I haven't seen anyone else, any other lists playing that but me.
I've got it.
Huh. Nissa or Thought Erasure? It's just got to be Nissa, right? Anything else just seems crazy.
Witness the tides.
Gotta get on the old use all your mana train.
Harness the elements.
So if this survives for a turn, obviously, that would be sweet. Well, at least he can't immediately recast it off ECD. And currently he's getting no value back. Oh, he's just going to bounce it. Oh. Okay.
That's more like it.
Really thought he was just going to bounce this. That does put us off being able to casualty a war, unfortunately. That was really, really bad for us. Maybe that was the better play. Good lord. Jeez. And we're not even going to be able to Conquer's Death because, or Casualties of War, because Conquer's Death is going to bury us. And we just gave them Narset for Yeah, we just misplayed our ass off there. We should have took Shark Typhoon. Fuck. Well, I lost this one. It was mine to lose.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
At the very least, doing that made it so that he's not bouncing ECD. But we're just too far behind, and now we can't actually cast Casualties of War. No reason not to Agonizing Remorse here. Interesting.
I really should have seen that coming.
Doesn't do anything for us.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers.
Just gonna dig for counterspells.
Hone your prowess.
This is definitely the matchup where Thought Distortion is the card we want to hit the most. We've given up on running counterspells because there are so many Teferis in the game, and rather than have to worry about wasting our card slots holding something we could never possibly cast. Stopping another wall doesn't really do much for us. So we already had one, alright. Now we probably just can't win. Yeah, I'm just gonna say we can't win and save time. He's too far ahead on cards. This isn't going anywhere productive. Noxious Grasp comes in, Shifting Ceratops comes in, Thought Distortion comes in. The extra wilts do not. Tyrant Scorn comes out. One Tamio, I guess, can come out. He probably has Dream Trawlers in here. He's got Shark Typhoons and ECDs, so we probably leave in the one wilt. Got one Spiral, which always feels bad. I don't know if we can even afford to play around the Trawler. Really hoping for a walk in the park to get into Diamond, but you know, going all the way back down is fine too. Conqueror's Death is just such a shitty card because the nature of Yorion makes it so much more powerful than it's supposed to be. By itself, it's already a very powerful card. With Yorion in the meta, it just becomes broken as all hell. At least we have a few turns until we can Conqueror's Death this. No Heartless Act, that's great. Currently have Grasp for a Narset, but not for a Teferi, obviously. I'm also the only list of Sultai that I've seen that's running Shifting Ceratops on the side. I just felt like these control decks get their play pattern by just dragging the game out ungodly long. And just trying to clock them down with something like a Ceratops seems like the most efficient way to cut off their primary advantage.
I am not going to sit this one out. There goes nothing.
Sure.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Representing Govan's veto. You have it? You don't have it.
Power surges through these lands. Rise, my elemental friend.
I'm not sure what that accomplishes, but cool. Did you get the ECD? You're still dead because 3 gets through. Yeah. Pressuring them just feels like the right play. When they're given time to set up, it's catastrophic. So, Shifting Ceratops, huh? A Growth Spiral into Shifting Ceratops on 4 was sweet. So we just want to do that again forever. Let's put Spiral back in, because that seems like it was the key card for us there. And take out a... So that's another ramp card for us. Take out a... well, we're on the draw. We can cut a land in the draw. Oh no, we're going 1 over. We can't do that. I guess Thought Erasure. We could trim 1, since being that we have 2 Thought Distortions. Will kind of counts as half a card. Kinda. Kinda. Hey, there's Growth Spiral. We obviously need to draw some threats here. Ooh. That's a good one. Please don't have Distortion. Or Remorse. All he's got is Dovan's Veto. Veto me, baby. No Veto. Questerson. If he drops Teferi here, Questerson's going to be such punishment. You're a bad boy. Time to get Dino serious. No Shadow the Sky, no Shadow the Sky, no Shadow the Dino, no Shadow the Dino, no. Just let us get to Diamond. Let us have one good thing happen today. Oh, 2 top. Dino's gonna die. There goes Thought Distortion. Really? You're not going to take Thought Distortion? Really? Okay, so he doesn't have Shadow the Sky. He's just got ECD. Really wanted the land there. Setting up for that big Yorion turn. Oh, wow, he missed the land too, huh? Ooh. Damn it. Bit of a good news, bad news situation for you, my buddy.
We will meet again.
Dream Trawler and Yorion. Woof. We do not have a lot of time. No veto, please. That's fine. That's fine.
What a strange and magnificent world. Behold, nature's true power.
Yorion and Dream Trawler.
Mind and body should move in unison, like you meditate and prepare.
Really? Okay. I wasn't sure we had him there, but he must have saw like 4 land off that. He probably saw like 4 land off that Narset and was just like, nope. No, sir. Okay. Woo! I need a little more. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Didn't forget about you. Alright, well, we got a fucking platinum. Like 14 days into the season. Like 5 days until we have to do our fucking 8 days actually, until we have to do our Mythic Qualifier bullshit. God, thank God. Right? I'm really trying to hone this deck in to be something I can play for the Mythic Qualifier, and that was a good performance. I almost feel like we want the full 4 Shifty Boys. Do we really need 4 Cry of the Carnariums? That worked so damn well. So damn well. I can't Scorching Dragonfire it. I can't target it with Aether Gust once it's in play. They can't bounce it with Brazen Borrower. They have to shatter it or kill it with ECD. Heartless Act really gets it good. Not as many people playing Heartless Act and Murderous Rider these days. Sure. Let's try one more. That went really well. One more, and then I'm going to go order food. So I do that once in a while. Not a lot. Fake Plastic Tree, great name. That's a Radiohead reference to those who are not in the know. I am in the know. You know? Although Tom York's falsetto, quite hard to recreate. Try on down the line. Fiend Artisan. Okay, well, at the bottom of any color, you're going to start to see weird stuff like this. Midnight Reaper, Tomio. Tomio is scary as all hell, so just get that right the hell out of there. The Murderous Rider, the Midnight Reaper. We'll be taking lots of damage, but hopefully that's okay. Green plastic watering can for a fake Chinese rubber plant in fake plastic earth. Yeah, that's such a crazy falsetto. Skull Prophet. Oh, we've seen this. This is the Abzan Mill Yourself deck that runs that Prek. It runs a critter that gets all your stuff back from the yard. Like up to 10 power from the yard. It's one of the new mutate dudes. Nithroy. Probably runs Command the Dreadhorde as well. He's going to sack the Skull Prophet. Next turn we're probably Urwing and Thought Erasuring. Or, you know, nothing at all. Yep, exactly what we thought. Did not foresee the Azoni. Really all in on the graveyard theme. Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of graveyard hate in this deck. Which means we could be vulnerable. Interesting. Wow, that thing is freaking huge. Now we get some 1,000,001s and we die. I think we die. Block the 3/1, go to 8. Take. We got a 1. Which we need exactly Extinction Event. Alright. Oh. Sure. I didn't know we could do that. So this is probably just a matchup we can't win, but it doesn't really matter because it's not a deck that we're ever going to face. Some more removal. Not the best kinds of removal. Probably don't care so much about discard. Don't think we need Wilt. Don't even know if we need Casualties of War. We didn't see any real variety in permanents, just creatures. kind of casualties. You'll run into these matches sometimes where it's not a meta deck and you don't have any tools for it, but it doesn't really matter because you'll never see it again. You have to resist the urge to make changes based on jank. Hoping we draw into something good here. Keeps a little sketch on my part. Uh-oh. Okay, well. Sure. Immediately punished. Pass. Maybe use the Tyrant Scorn, maybe don't. If they drop something else with an odd cost, that would be great. Damn it. Be greedy and go for the extra card. Try to get the land so we can cast it on 6.
Every story is an opportunity.
Extinction eventing that
I
immediately,
know I noted this somewhere.
like with extreme prejudice. How many colors is your deck, bro?
I have become too involved with my work.
Need that. Interesting. It's a lot of removal. Well, okay. The deck is all colors. Okay. Literally all colors. Okay. Oh, I guess not red. 4 colors. Which makes it totally insane. So they probably have them to throw in hand. Uh-huh. In that case, we have to soot, because that kills everything. Okay. How weird. So maybe we do want thought erasures. What would we cut for them now? Cut another casualties. Cut a land on the draw. Maybe just 2. Spiral seems good. Cut down to 2 casualties and we drew 2 casualties. Well, I mean, I guess destroying their land is okay when they're playing this many. Like, this many colors. So, we play this, we spiral. We play this. Row. We've got casualties on turn 4. Destroy the blue source. And the Fiend Artisan. We've only got 2 black, I believe. Cool. Sometimes Jank loses. When you play a meta deck, you have to understand that sometimes when you face something that's off meta, you're probably going to lose. But the fact that happens is going to happen very rarely, so try not to worry about it. Today we did pretty good. We got to Diamond. We won all of our games. I don't know how the fuck that happened. We're going to keep playing this and see if we can find exact configuration that we like enough to play into the Mythic Invitational thing on June 20th, which I have to be up at 8 o'clock for, which I hate. But, 8 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to do it for you. This has been Not Safe for Work Magic. I have been and will be and probably was at some point before this Gravity Groove, and I will see you later. Boom. Yeah. You tell him, Henry.